Alright guys, third and final part of the Q&A. We're going to go through all nutrition questions. I don't think there are that many, so it shouldn't take that long.
Alright, first question from Kentucky Fried Fitness. What do you guys think about the big Quest bar scandal? I think a lot of people like these, and Mark Lobliner did a video about it. If you haven't heard, but was just wondering what your thoughts were. So he's talking about the lawsuit against Quest, saying that the nutritional value is stated to be lower than it actually is, and the fiber is lower than what they say. And that came out probably a couple weeks ago now.
I mean, I guess you just have to see what happens after they do tests on the product.
Yeah, I mean, anyone can actually file a lawsuit,
yeah,
but it's not proving anything yet, so we'll have to wait to see what the results are.
I mean, when I eat Quest bars and end up hitting like 70 grams of fiber, I usually know because my bowel movements aren't as good as they should be.
So that's an indicator that maybe there is that much fiber.
I feel like the fiber in it, it's not just in my head.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do anything. We're still eating them every once in a while. We're going to wait, obviously, until there are actual tests that prove.
I mean, as long as you're eating them consistently, don't worry about it. If you eat one a day and you have been for the last 2 months, that's fine.
Alright. Joseph Rodriguez, thoughts on intermittent fasting and thoughts on energy drinks for pre-workouts and post-workouts.
Energy drinks for post-workouts probably isn't necessary, or you could have one post-workout, but it's not going to do anything to affect your workout or recovery. Intermittent fasting, if that's what works for you, if that fits into your lifestyle, go for it. It does pretty much the difference between doing that and hitting your macros throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, if that helps you feel more full or it fits with your schedule better, then go for it. I don't think there's a point in making things more difficult than they need to be.
Yeah. So energy drinks pre-workout, go for it if it gives you energy and you feel good.
Yeah, if it works. I mean, some people get jittery and stuff from the pre-workouts and crash, but if you feel good
with an energy drink, go for it.
Yeah,
it works.
All right. Mr. J94, how do you determine macros for cutting after bulking for 4 months? LOL.
I mean, assuming that you were tracking your macros while you were bulking, just start cutting calories away and see what your weight does over the course of a week or so. And if you're losing weight, maintain that until the weight loss stops, and then drop it again. It's pretty.
Yeah, take it slowly.
Pretty simple.
You might be able to figure out how much of a surplus you are in based on your weight.
Yeah, if you were gaining like a pound a week, you should probably drop it pretty good amount, or just drop it a little, adding cardio. Pretty much just increase your energy expenditure and decrease the amount of food that you're taking in.
Yep. Alright.
It's obviously not that simple when hormones come into play, but for the most part, you'll lose weight.
I am SimDog. How did you find your macros? I don't recall, but did you track macros while bulking? Yeah, we did track our macros while bulking. We've been tracking for like over a year.
We both got up, in the off season, we both got up to about like 80 to 90 grams of fat, 500 carbs, and about 200 protein. So we just gave all that information to our coach, and he kind of played with it a little bit and gave us some macros to play around with, and saw what our weight loss did, and either took away food or added food or gave us cardio. It's been pretty simple, and he's been doing a great job with it.
And then how to like figure out macros if you're just getting started with it. We usually say like 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound of protein, and obviously you can go higher than that if you really want to, but it's not really necessary.
Fat is about 0.4 to 0.5 grams per pound of body weight.
Yeah, you could even go up to 0.6 probably on that too. Just kind of play with it to see which you like better and how you feel based on that. And
the rest of your calories just come from carbs or from whatever other macronutrient you want.
Yeah.
Some people I know hit minimums on proteins and fats, and then will hit the rest of their calories with whatever foods they want, whatever proteins, fat, or carbs. Some people will have set numbers for protein, fat, and carbs in the off season. You just got to figure out what works for you and what works for you according to your goals.
Yeah, and I think iifym.com has some calculators that you could use there that might help you out. All right, fueling to function, partying, going out drinking in college. Do you do it? What are your thoughts? Any advice to still have a good time without busting your macros or feeling like poop the next day?
I mean, obviously, if you don't want to bust your macros or feel like shit the next day, you shouldn't get drunk. You should drink maybe until you feel a little buzzed or something. But besides that, if you want to get hammered, that's up to you, and it's probably not going to be best for your progress. As for the partying, going out and stuff, I made a few videos a little while ago on like training in college tips, and I made a video on that if you want to check that out.
Alright, fitness PG. Do you need to be 100% clean while cutting, or does IIFIM work too?
IIFIM works too, as long as you're getting in enough micronutrients.
Yeah, if you've been following our channel, you obviously know we are
dieting, and we do eat ice cream every once in a while.
Almost every day.
A little too much.
We obviously focus on hitting micronutrients.
We always make it a point to eat fruits and vegetables.
We each have a ton of fruit a day, like probably 3+ servings of fruit and vegetables per day. And then if we have room to fit in some ice cream or whatever we want, then we do that. It's really based on your preference and how you feel with eating certain foods, I guess. But yes, it will work. Alright, Turo Rivera 98. What should the macros be? Macros for a high school athlete, wrestler at 145 pounds look like? Should a high school athlete even consider tracking macros? I think you just answered your question there. If you're really this young and you're in high school,
make sure you're in a I mean, if you're wrestling, you probably have to cut weight every once in a while. But other than that, if you want to get bigger and stronger, you should try and make sure that you're eating enough and that you're in a surplus. Yeah, and probably just getting enough protein would probably be most important. Wouldn't really recommend tracking macros to someone in high school though. Alright, Alex D, do you drink alcohol while cutting prep? I don't think I have at all, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple beers, that's it, like throughout these first 11 weeks of prep, and I don't really like to do it too often. I probably won't be doing it much more, obviously, from here on out either.
Just make sure that the calories that are in the drink are being taken from either fat, protein, or carbs. Just make sure you're not counting what the macros say. I know that some beers are like 100 calories and maybe like 5 carbs. It's not right. It's because alcohol is its own macronutrient, so you have to account for that. So if the calories are 100, take it like maybe 10 grams of fat, or I guess it'd be 11 grams of fat, or 25 carbs, or a combination of the two. Just
as long as you're accounting for the calories, you should be good. And if you're not getting hammered, that's probably a good idea. Tyler O'Brien, when doing a reverse diet and your daily carb intake meets your old refeed numbers, do you stop incorporating refeeds? Been adding carbs once my weight gain stalls after like 14 days, but I've been feeling flat. I think I'm due for a refeed or something.
I mean, if you're off season right now, reverse dieting, and you feel like you need a refeed, go for it. Don't just binge and eat like 12,000 calories in one day, but if you feel like you could use a refeed, just take it.
Yeah.
That would be my advice. I don't know if it's right, but that's what I would do. But don't take every day and eat that much food saying it's a refeed.
Alright, Jaboof. Multivitamins are under fire. Would love to hear your take on them. Do you take them? If so, will you continue to take them if they're discovered they're no real benefit?
Well, if there's no benefit, I wouldn't take it. But as for right now, take them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like a safety blanket sort of thing, just to ensure you don't have any deficiency, especially when cutting. Yeah. It might not be necessary when you are in a surplus and are like, you're eating so much food that it's like impossible for you to not hit your micronutrient needs. But we both do take them right now during this prep. We might not take them
I probably won't take
in the off season, but
we'll see what some research and tests show in the future.
Yeah. So next question from Fonzie484. I've seen some people who don't include the fiber count into their amount of carbs for the day, and some who do. What do you guys do, and what's your opinion on it?
That's going to vary depending on how much fiber. If you eat like 30 or 40 grams of fiber every day, then I'm sure it won't make that big of a difference. But if there are days you eat 20 grams of fiber and days you eat like 60 grams of fiber, it could have a pretty significant impact.
Yeah, I think like you said, the most important thing to do is just try to keep it consistent from day to day, and then you should be alright.
We both track fiber. We count fiber as carbs.
Alright guys, so that's it for this one. That was pretty short too. Thanks for watching. Thanks for asking all these questions.
Hopefully we answered all the questions. I'm pretty sure we hit them all.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll do another one of these over the summer.
Yeah, give the video a thumbs up and let us know if you want to see more of these. We're not together too often, but every time we're together, we'll try to do something like this for you guys. So thanks again, and we'll see you guys in the next video.